Good day. I'm Professor Steve Olivier, Principal and Vice-Chancellor of Robert Gordon University, and I'd like to welcome you to our Summer Graduation 2021. It is, of course, a virtual ceremony, which is unfortunate. We would certainly have preferred it to be physical and in person, but I'm afraid it's just not possible. Nevertheless, I'm really keen to congratulate you and to welcome you to what is a fantastic day. At ceremonies throughout the world this year, there will be words used such as extraordinary, unprecedented. We've become familiar with all of those, and of course it has indeed been that sort of year. In many ways, though, university staff and students have proceeded as normal in terms of assessments. You've learned, you've sat your assessments, and you've passed, so well done. However, we continue to be challenged, both as staff, students, and as society. And these challenges have not just been severe, but they've been prolonged, and they're still ongoing, even though there is some light at the end of the tunnel. So, while it's been, in one way, a normal year, it's been difficult, but you have done exceptionally well. So congratulations and well done. So I, all of our staff, the people who have supported you, your family, friends, salute you. It's your hard work and your determination that has seen you through this year, to the point where you can proudly say that you graduated from the Scottish University of the Year. So again, well done. It's not, however, just an occasion to congratulate you, but to thank you. You've given us feedback, you've helped us to improve, and ultimately what you will have done is to help us to emerge stronger from this as well. You've helped to shape the student experience, to refine it, and improvement, and that's what we're all about, constant improvement. The result, of course, is that your university has one of the highest levels of student satisfaction in Scotland and in the UK, and also an outstanding reputation for graduate employability. So you've gained knowledge while studying at RGU, but knowledge is provisional. It changes constantly. What I hope won't change is your pursuit of it, of new knowledge, your relentless pursuit of it. We've taught you the skills to question what you learn, to seek answers, but then to move on to find the next questions as well. It's more than just a practice. It's an attitude. It's a state of mind. And we taught you to adopt it, want you to continue using it. And if you do that, you'll be an incredibly valuable asset to people that you work with or those around you if you're self-employed. Above all, I'd like to leave you with one message, and that it would be to develop, nurture and use what I call the curiosity imperative. So ask questions, answer them, improve whatever you're doing. I would, however, like to spare a thought as you graduate for those who have helped you along the way. Why not go a step further than just sparing them a thought, though? Contact them, say thank you to them in whatever means you use. However you wish to do it, show your gratitude. I would urge you to do that. Spread a little bit of courtesy and kindness. And kindness is important in what has, of course, been an extraordinary year. Before I finish, I'd like to pay sincere and deep tribute to our University Chancellor, Sir Ian Wood. This will be his last graduation as the titular head of the institution. Throughout his time as Chancellor, Sir Ian has conferred thousands of degrees upon our students, as well as many honorary graduates. He has been a pivotal figure in RGU initiatives and projects. His guidance and support over the past 16 years have been invaluable to RGU, and we owe him a sincere debt of gratitude for everything he's done for the university. So this marks the end of a remarkable era, but we very much hope that Sir Ian will remain a close friend of RGU, of our community of staff, students and alumni. And we now look forward to the future with Dame Evelyn Glennie as our new Chancellor, but with one eye on the past and the lessons that have been learned with Sir Ian at the helm. So with some light at the end of the tunnel for this year, as you embark on the next chapter in your lives, I would once again like to wish you all the very, very best and congratulations for what you have achieved. Thank you and all the best for the future.
On behalf of all students, it's our great honour to congratulate the class of 2021. We'd like to thank the Chancellor, the Principal, Board of Governors, Academic Council, Senior University Management and all members of staff at RGU. who have guided us through our most challenging times at university, and who have adapted in the most inspiring ways to support and enhance our student experience. To our families and friends, we thank you also. We thank you for your love and support. We just could not have done it without you. Today is indeed a remarkable day because it's a day of reflection of your journey, the challenges, the hurdles, the successes, and of course, what you have achieved today. So please never underestimate the challenges you have overcome and what you're capable of achieving in the future.
It is true that these uncertain times have appeared unexpectedly and tried to derail your achievements, but your resilience, your attitude, and the audacity to have hope in such a trying time is what every one of you will and should be remembered for. So dear class of 2021, it is an absolute honor to congratulate you today. I understand the hurdles that you've had to jump, the sleepless nights, the tireless hours spent on coursework and assessments while surviving a global pandemic. All that doesn't matter now. What matters is that you've made it and you're here.
Although we have thanked many people today, it's important that as individuals you take a moment to look back with pride on what you have achieved and to realise that you have reached the end of your journey thanks to your dedication and effort throughout your time at RGU. I want to wish you the best of luck for the future. Please dream big and remember what's meant to be won't pass you by. So believe in yourself, challenge your goals and take a moment to reflect on what you've achieved so far. You'll always have a home here at RGU, so please never be a stranger. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2021.
Hello and welcome to all our School of Computing graduates. And of course, all the friends and family members watching along. I know how much you are all looking forward to graduation and celebrating with friends and family. In particular, I know how much all of you were looking forward to seeing the strange gowns us academics wear on these occasions. I do hope you're all celebrating well today. You do deserve it, and I am sure we can all meet up again soon. It has always been an honour and a pleasure to meet and teach you all over the time you've been with us. Having known many of you for a number of years, probably having taught you programming or perhaps web development at some point during your RGU journey. I've met many of you at our student forums and other events like our hackathons. I remember meeting many of you on your first day, some of you even before at our open days and applicants days. Looking back, I remember how excited and sometimes scared you were then. I'm sure many of you have similar feelings about what you're going to do now, about what your next steps are. Just remember though, you got here okay, despite your trepidation back then. Throughout your time in our school, whether undergraduate, postgraduate, whether you've been with us 4 years, 2 years, or perhaps only a year, you have all made a lasting impact on us. You've always strived to get involved in helping us enhance what our school does and in helping push our subject and yourselves forward. You always told us what you liked and sometimes what you didn't. As we have helped shape your future, you have helped shape the future of our school. The place really will not be the same without you. You've all worked extremely hard over the time you have been here. In particular, the last 18 months. And I say this on behalf of all the staff in the school. You have coped amazingly with what has been a very challenging situation. You've all risen to that challenge in your graduation year, still working your hardest, still doing your best. Each and every one of you should be immensely proud of what you have achieved. You're about to graduate with a degree from a field that is ever-changing and evolving. A field that will allow you to be involved in innovation and have a real impact on society. A field that will continue to grow with you all as part of it. The world has become even more digital recently, and I do not doubt that you will all go out and drive future changes in our subject, the industry, and indeed the world. Whatever you go on to do, whether it be employment, further studies, or research, I and the rest of the staff in the school wish you every success. Chancellor, I present to you the graduates of the School of Computing and ask that you confer the following awards of the university on them.
Sharmani Anjana Kumarihami Vijay Korn, Doctor of Philosophy. Kyle Martin, Doctor of Philosophy.
Just wanted to say a massive thank you to my family and friends for supporting me. In particular, my mum, my brother, my sister, my girlfriend Amy, and my supervisor, Nirmali Wortunda.
Ramitha Ishan Abeyratni, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Janith Chandika Kirthizinghi Alankarage, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Carlela Richardson Fernando, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Kudasinghi Patabendi Jadara Parsan Prabhashwara Hemarathni, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Lakshin Chinthana Diaz Karanaratan, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Huapathinaj Asela Buddhika Nanarakara, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Harini Prasadi Pathini Gamage, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Bentarij Thanuja Dulanthi Pereira, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Naomi Geethanjali Ranamukha Huaj, Master of Science Big Data Analytics.
This is another great milestone in my life. A big thank you to my family, lecturers and friends for their continuous support and guidance. Thank you.
Thakshila Namali Ranawira, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Mewantha Manujaya Bandora Rathnake Mudyansalij, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Minuthin Vasuthivan, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Damith Nalanka Wickramasinghe, Master of Science Big Data Analytics. Nayushani Yasanti Dambuli Yanaj, Master of Science Business Analytics. Dilam Krishanta Jayasena Disanake Dambya Mudyansalij, Master of Science Business Analytics. Sasanka Shamara Karnank Gamage, Master of Science Business Analytics. Adhikara Pathranaj Pamalka Samali Pathirana, Master of Science Business Analytics. Keshavi Apeksha Dilhani Paswala, Master of Science Business Analytics. Kavinda Fenakun, Master of Science Business Analytics. Dayalni Ratnakumar, Master of Science Business Analytics. Thylina Bandora Udugoda Waradana Mudyansalij, Master of Science Business Analytics. Weda Gay Pulathisi Peshala Samrathunga, Master of Science Business Analytics. Huaj Leru Prasad Wickramasinghe, Master of Science Business Analytics. Thaisala Vishka Wijayasekara, Master of Science Business Analytics. Anton Sananda Fonseca Wijasinghaj, Master of Science Business Analytics. Kelechi Godson Enyanwu, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Benjamin Emeka Chu, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Bolaji Thesigbadamosi, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Supreshna Gurung, Master of Science Cybersecurity.
I just want to say a massive thank you to my family for your constant support. I could not have done this without you, and congratulations to all my fellow graduates.
Aodil Olawasi Lada James, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Luis Ledesma Molina, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Ravindra Telu, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Esther Dane West, Master of Science Cybersecurity. Imran Akbar, Master of Science Data Science. Chibueze Duzi Egwib, Master of Science Data Science. Chizoba Favor Elam, Master of Science Data Science. Ifeoma Sonata Ezidigwu, Master of Science Data Science. Anusha Gontar, Master of Science Data Science. Ibironke Kafilat Giwa, Master of Science Data Science. MD Saeedul Islam, Master of Science Data Science. Enamalpatha Jadara Wayomi Shashikala Jayantha, Master of Science Data Science.
Hi all, I would like to thank our lecturers, my parents, my husband, brothers and sisters who supported me for this achievement. Thank you.
Ambrose Ashwanth Fernando John, Master of Science Data Science. Emmanuel Bamidele Corlade, Master of Science Data Science. Benjamin Ni Ajay Laria Ajay, Master of Science Data Science. Jeffrey George Matthew, Master of Science Data Science. Ogina Kevwi Kelvin Mukoro, Master of Science Data Science. Kasan Madhushankar de Soisa Maraku Atharj, Master of Science Data Science. Pavitra Nagayan, Master of Science Data Science. Patience Sawn Ojob, Master of Science Data Science. Olawesi Oluwag Benro, Master of Science Data Science. Wanhiji Kingsley Samo Kaduwa, Master of Science Data Science. Abdullahi Ahmad Shu, Master of Science Data Science. Bino Kuravilla Zachariah, Master of Science Data Science. Iyanilo Luwa Adialua Ejidahan, Master of Science Information Technology with Business Intelligence. Newsrat Jahan Chowdhury, Master of Science Information Technology with Business Intelligence. Baz Kill, Master of Science Information Technology with Business Intelligence. Suchendra Kumar Telu, Master of Science Information Technology with Business Intelligence. Charles Iodepupo Adeniji, Master of Science Information Technology with Cybersecurity. Nick Hall, Master of Science Information Technology with Cybersecurity. Harry Soravanan Mohan Das, Master of Science Information Technology with Cybersecurity. Oluwamayowa Daniel Oho, Master of Science Information Technology with Cybersecurity. Abdal Owners, Master of Science for the Oil and Gas Industry. Janeth Chadinta da Silva, Postgraduate Diploma Big Data Analytics. Welapu Naidlij Don Udesh Saranga da Silva, Postgraduate Diploma Big Data Analytics. Aruna Prasad Lakmal Randunu Par Anna Gamage, Postgraduate Diploma Big Data Analytics. Mark Vinod Sinathambi, Postgraduate Diploma Big Data Analytics. Kapila Bandora Herath Mudiansalij. Postgraduate Diploma Business Analytics. Bruce Alexander Dixon. Postgraduate Diploma Cybersecurity. Donuka Tharanga Ramanake Ariyaparuma Ramanayakij. Postgraduate Certificate Big Data Analytics. Ravindu Hasith Pereira Wahala. Postgraduate Certificate Big Data Analytics. Kalehi Jagadij Suresh Sudath Jagoda. Postgraduate Certificate Business Analytics. Pumani Chamoda Morawakij. Postgraduate Certificate Business Analytics. Ravinsan Parameswaram. Postgraduate Certificate Business Analytics. Solokshana Panami Sirisena. Postgraduate Certificate Business Analytics. Joan Alza Santos. Postgraduate Certificate Research Methods. Akinola Ogunsimi. Postgraduate Certificate Research Methods. Fasila Chukalakal Abdullakati. Postgraduate Certificate Researcher Development. Laura Elizabeth Jameson. Postgraduate Certificate Researcher Development. Aninibo Tejit Job Otokwala. Postgraduate Certificate Researcher Development. Chamath Jayanika Palihawadana. Postgraduate Certificate Researcher Development. Ashish Upadhyay. Postgraduate Certificate Researcher Development. Callum James Anderson. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Ewan Bain. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Joseph Davey. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. James Donald. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Rhys William Donaldson. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Casey Fyans. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Kieran John Logan. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Callum David Edward Metcalf. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Mark James Plowman. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Jack Sully. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Adrian Witkowski. Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design Honours. Maxime Dominique Jean-Louis Arthur Barraud. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Craig James Cargill. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Sergio Moises Castillo Morales. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Munyin Christine Chow. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Jack Stewart Course. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Monica Deoloni Amanani. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Catherine Alexandra Jane Fowler. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Ewan James Gathergood. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Bortwomye Yonush Godin. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Ruben Alexander Haddon. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Craig Stewart Leaf. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Ryan John McConnell. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. George Douglas Mitchell. Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Matthew Muller, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours.
I'd like to express my gratitude to my supervisor, the RTU School of Computing, as well as to my family in Germany. And finally, Bravo Zulu to all my classmates of class 2021.
Teodor Veselov Naliaski, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Hisham Norasif Ali, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Deborah and Reed, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Davide Rendina, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Fabio Rondina, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Jack Cameron Mackenzie Sears, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Finlay Smith, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Da Sorgentini, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Silvia Mario Tachiva, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Nona Jachiva Todorova, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Callum Neil Morrison Walker, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Bethany Rose Wallace, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Stefan James Watt, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Amy Wood, Bachelor of Science Computer Science Honours. Daniel Akiade, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Roman Bell, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Dylan John Stephen Castle, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Mark Dargy, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Louise Findley, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours.
I'm really pleased to be an RGU graduate. Well done, everyone. I'm sure we're all looking forward to the next stage in all our careers.
Sean Frost, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. David Gordon, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Joseph David Robert Grant, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Lewis Michael Horick, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Callum Alexander Hewitt, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Daniel Francis Holland, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Gavin Irvine, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Jakub Zbigniew Marcinkowski, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Aidan Thomas McKay, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Kieran Mackenzie, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Kyle McPherson, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Dara Drago, Mitoyu, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Arturs Mugins, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Callum Lloyd Roberts, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Ross Scorgi. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Cameron Urquhart. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Joseph Alexander Walker. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Samuel Edward Wallace. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Callum Watson. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Miriam Maria Vujicic. Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development, Honours. Sam Courtney Baldwin. Bachelor of Science Computing, Graphics and Animation, Honours. Katrina Louise Anderson. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Liam Rosser Clifford. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Scott MacDonald. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Jack Molyneux. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours.
Thank you, School of Computing, for just being great. I'm really excited to be among the first to graduate from this course, and a big thank you to my parents Nicole, Gary, Liam and Josh for getting me through the past 4 years.
Joshua Osborne. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Liam Paxton. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Robin Shand. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Gary Ross Wilson. Bachelor of Science Cyber Security Honours. Aidan Andrews. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Sam Richard Black. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Laura Bray. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Marek Simon Byczynski. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Scott Mitchell Calder. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Leroy Dylan Charbonneau. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Sylvia Corral. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours.
Voglio ringraziare i miei genitori che mi hanno dato l'opportunità di studiare all'estero e voglio ringraziare Martina che, tollerandomi negli ultimi 2 anni, mi ha permesso di superare la tesi. Grazie mille a tutti voi.
Charlotte Sophie Fairhall. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. John Findlay. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Philip Gordon. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Craig Kennedy. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Ewan Ekan Lad Basri Courage. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours.
It has been a journey longer than expected, but we got there. Thank you to everyone I met along the way, and good luck.
IGA Maria Klarkowska. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Tabitha Elizabeth Knobloch. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Philip Marek Lenzian. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Jasmine Martin. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Justina Joanna Maziak. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Ivo Antero Maitrunen. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Lillian Nyson. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Axel Claude Bertrand Offrecht. Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Lewis Quinn, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Brandon Arthur Reed, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. James Sinclair Rise, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Logan Robert Spence, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Lam Trung, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Gabriela Ivailova Uzunova, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Fraser Ross Wilson, Bachelor of Science Digital Media Honours. Matthew Andrew Stewart Gouldy, Bachelor of Science Digital Media, Design, Production and Development Honours. Barry Hendry, Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design. Duncan Kimber, Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design. Robbie Patterson, Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design. Dominic Henrik Sokolowski, Bachelor of Science Computer Network Management and Design. Rami Amera, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Cameron William Brown, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Alex J. Cochran, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Ryan Ferguson Cowley, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Andrew Duncan Joseph Johnston, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Stallone Gatenga Matini, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Jamie Ian Sterling Muir, Bachelor of Science Computer Science. Sean Duncan, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development. James Campbell Henry, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development. Natasha Riley, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development. Xiao Dan Wang, Bachelor of Science Computing, Application Software Development. Jason Sean Brandsma, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Evan Buchan, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Bianca Elena Cominescu, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Eric Consoni, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Paulina Irina Guzdziel, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Bryce James Lonai, Bachelor of Science Digital Media. Dale Fiona Georgina Follows, Diploma of Higher Education Computing. Irene Lamb, Diploma of Higher Education Computing. Onwachi Harvey Okolijike, Diploma of Higher Education Computing. Daniel Namdi Onachukwu, Diploma of Higher Education Computing. Lewis McRobbie, Higher Apprenticeship in Diploma of Higher Education IT. Management for Business. Vasilina Damyanova Dimonova, Certificate of Higher Education Computing. Jurgana Mihailova Kircheva, Certificate of Higher Education Computing. Elliot Stephen Kitching, Certificate of Higher Education Computing. Rory McGregor, Certificate of Higher Education Computing. Charles William Duthie, Higher Apprenticeship in Certificate of Higher Education Computing for Business. Jagath Renuka Punyarathna Mahalakam Warnacular Sauriyaj, Master of Science Business Analytics. Imiyaj Don Chamila Samantha Dissanake, Postgraduate Diploma Big Data Analytics.
First of all, I need to tell you this will be my last graduation speech as your Chancellor. I've very much enjoyed the role for 17 years, and particularly graduating over 25,000 students, it seems an awful lot, and having the opportunity to talk to you all. On a broader front, I've also thoroughly enjoyed my contact and involvement with the university, having worked with 5 principals over that period of time. The university has changed hugely. We now have one of the finest campuses in Scotland. We've developed to become one of the top one or two new universities in Scotland, and there's been significant positive evolution in the number of courses now on offer, with of course a focus on environment and the new energies. Aberdeen itself has changed substantially. Oil and gas was very dominant when I became Chancellor in 2004, and it has continued to serve the North East of Scotland well, but is now clearly beginning to show signs of depletion, with the new energies, on and offshore wind, hydrogen, and carbon capture and storage now coming to the fore. I very much enjoyed meeting and spending some time with our honorary graduates, people like Terry Waite, Sir Ronald Fiennes, Dennis Law, Dame Kathleen Granger, Nicola Benedetti, Rachel Corsie, Stuart McBride, and Dame Evelyn Glennie, among many others, which we are now proud to have as our honorary graduates. And we've had many VIP visits during my time. Among the recent ones, the opening of the Serene Wood building by Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal in 2015, Prince Harry's visit in 2016 to learn more about street sport, and the President of Mexico's visit in 2017 to learn more about RGU's work with the energy sector. During the 17 years, RGU has received many awards and accolades. A gold rating in the Teaching Excellence Framework, placing us in the top 20% of the best universities in the UK for the quality of our undergraduate teaching and learning. We've been awarded the best modern university in the UK. We've consistently been near the top of the graduate employment record across the UK. We've been at the forefront of introducing graduate apprenticeships and Startup Innovation Accelerator, and now we have our own Energy Transition Institute. RGU was involved in the launch of the National Subsea Centre in 2020, and right up to date, RGU was named Scottish University of the Year by the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide. I'm also delighted that I'm being succeeded as Chancellor by Dame Evelyn Glennie. I've known her for a long time. She's a great lady, and I know she'll, as well as being a great world-class percussionist, I know she'll be an extremely able and valuable Chancellor. So, to your graduation. My warmest congratulations to all of you for successfully graduating in what has been a surreal and exceptionally difficult period, both for you and for the university. Please don't in any way let that detract from your achievements on this proud and exciting Red Letter Day. We're recognising the huge amount of work you've all done to get your degrees. Many congratulations to you all, and to the many proud mums and dads, families and friends out there proudly helping celebrate your success. I've always included in my speech some general advice intended to help you as you chart your career and your life ahead, and I feel this final speech shouldn't be an exception. So, firstly, in this incredible challenge of change world, you must be constantly proactive to new approaches and ideas. Completely out of the blue, and hopefully coming to an end, is the huge COVID-19 pandemic challenge. I certainly hope the biggest health challenge that your generation will face. Certainly it's by far the biggest one that my generation has faced. Secondly, we have the transformational impact of digital technology, which is changing so many aspects of our lives. If continuous change and improvement are not at the forefront of your thinking, frankly, you're almost certainly going backwards. Standing still equals complacency, which is a bad destination and a real danger to you not realising your potential. Thirdly, don't assume it's a fair world out there. Bill Gates speaks of 11 life unfairness rules, which should be compulsory for young people. Just one example, rule number 10, Be nice to nerds. Chances are you'll end up working for one. So don't get indignant. Don't lose the place when you come up against the world's injustices, of which there are many. Be pragmatic. Plan and work your way through the real world as it is, warts and all. Don't waste your time recriminating on the what-ifs of the past. Concentrate on the what-ifs of the future as you work your way towards realising your full potential. Fourthly, don't be a spectator. Most of the things that have gone wrong in this world have gone wrong because good people stood by and let them happen. The great explorer Ernest Shackleton defined optimism as moral courage. I urge you to be morally courageous. Be a maker, be a doer, be a creator, or whatever. Don't just sit back and criticise, because that's far too easily, and frankly should be way beneath you. As from today, you are no longer a spectator. You have graduated into the real world and are now endorsed and engaged as a player. There's a very wise saying, inside many an old person is a young person asking what happened. What have I done with my life? Don't be that person. Fifthly, don't be afraid to make mistakes and don't fear failure. I've lost count of the number of mistakes I've made in my business career. The key thing is to recognise them quickly and rectify them. Don't ever hide from your mistakes. You'll just compound them. Some failure in life is inevitable unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Sixthly, think global. Some of the biggest problems we are currently facing in our country, the economic financial challenges, COVID-19, the availability of energy, climate change, and the threat of terrorism, these are all global and need global solutions. And Scotland, or whatever country you come from, is not the centre of the world. Our world has no centre. It's a matrix of countries, religions, ethnic groups, and cultures. Seventhly, although global business is highly competitive, you absolutely don't need to compromise on your principles and ethics. Ethical business practice and corporate social responsibility is a key part of Robert Gordon University. Don't ever in business sacrifice your self-respect or your integrity. Penultimately, when you've chosen, go for it. Don't ever underestimate your own potential. It's incredible what the human spirit can do if you really believe in yourself and set your sights high. Right now you're focused on getting a good job and taking the next step in your life. But each of you should have a dream based on ambitious goals, well in excess of your reasonable expectations. Really challenge your aspiration and don't let cannot dominate your vocabulary. I was Wood Group's first employee in the oil and gas industry in 1970. I set off with energy and zeal, but frankly not at all sure where I was going or how I might get there. When I retired from Wood Group, now 9 years ago, it employed 43,000 people working in 50 countries around the world. You can climb mountains and cross wide seas. And finally, in this very troubled world, be responsible, caring and tolerant. Our planet and its different inhabitants, whether God or science made, is truly an incredible miracle. If you have any doubt, just watch a David Attenborough Blue Planet series or the Brian Cox Planet programs. The truth is, we are unbelievably privileged to have time here. What is quite unforgivable is that our lack of tolerance of race and creed and our inability to balance wealth and well-being are abusing that privilege and possibly irretrievably damaging our ecosystem and our children's future. Different religions, races and cultures must be prepared to live together and support each other in a generally more caring and tolerant society. And lastly, I'm going to tell you something you may not want to hear. In the context of the global world we live in, you are very privileged. Your intelligence, your talents, your capacity for hard work, the excellent education you've earned and received gives you unique status and unique responsibilities. To whom much is given, much is expected. And the way you live your lives, the values you adopt, the example you set, all will have an impact way beyond your borders. With privilege comes responsibility, and I urge you to discharge it altruistically and caringly. If you choose to use your status and influence to raise your voice on behalf of those who don't have a voice, if you choose to identify not only with the powerful, but also with the powerless, if you retain the ability to imagine yourself into the lives of those who don't have your advantages, then you could achieve great things with the power to change our world for the better. Once again, we're really sorry you've been unable to enjoy a normal graduation experience, but don't underestimate the importance of this day. This is your day, a very important day in your lives, and the opportunity is now open to you. Please enjoy a well-earned celebration with your family and friends, and let my final words as Chancellor be to tell you, you are the future, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you very much.